You're listening to the Hardcore Underground Show.
Live on KraftyRadio.com.
Right, okay, well that seems to be working properly now. So if you'd like to talk into the mic for me, just see if that's picking you up.
Who are you talking to, listeners or me?
I'm talking to you.
Well, thanks.
That's picking you up, yeah?
I don't know, you tell
well,
me.
Say something loud so I can see.
Poo.
Right, yeah, that's good, that's good. Okay, so I'm joined in the studio with Mr. DJ Brisk, who's very kindly popped in to have a few words with us tonight.
Greetings.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, thanks. A little bit worse for wear.
Worse for wear, yeah, you've had a bit of a busy weekend.
Late night, oh god, yeah. I've played at Uproar in Uproar to the Dam, which involved a long drive to Newcastle, then an extremely lengthy and choppy ferry crossing across the North Sea, which I've never quite experienced anything like it. 1 minute the DJ was on the left of the dance floor, then they were on the right, then they were in the middle, then they were on the left. Incredible.
So you don't think that'll be happening again next year then?
I'm not sure. I mean, I think a lot of people had a good time. I know I had a good time, apart from the total seasickness, but...
Yeah, you weren't the only one, by all accounts. There was a bit of vomiting going on in the dance room, apparently.
Yeah, I spoke to one of my DJ colleagues who shall remain nameless, and he played set in the main room, and he said that all he could do... halfway through his set, he got this incredible whiff of vomit, which is enough to put anyone off, I'm sure. But yeah, I mean, overall, it was a great party though, so I can't knock it.
Well,
knock the weather.
So that's what, now you've been DJing for 15 years, 20 years, something like that?
You don't even know, you haven't done your research, have you?
Well, as you know, this is a bit of a winged interview.
Just a tad.
Winged,
yeah.
not in the sort of tampon sense, I mean, just off the cuff kind of thing. So, yeah, it's around about
You're
that time.
Your tampon obsession, it's bizarre that, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, 20 years. 20 years, Mr. Fracus.
And it's not wearing thin, you know, you're not kind of getting bored of having to do all this
stuff. Are you talking about my hair or my career?
Well, either.
It's a bit personal, isn't it? Yeah, it's crap, and I'm going to retire. I've had enough, to be quite frank.
Yeah?
I'm going to go and fit windows. I've always been a Zenith man, not Everest.
Double glazed, obviously.
No, I still love it, mate. It's the travel's a bit of a pain in the arse, but other than that, it's great.
Yeah? Yeah. You still got the passion for the music, you still enjoy playing the dance floor as much as you used to. These are all the sort of cheesy questions. You know?
Yeah, they are.
You're
right, incredibly cheesy. Yeah, of course I do. I mean, obviously you get the odd duff gig where you've travelled for 3 or 4 hours and there's like 5 people and you got any Madonna? Of course, it would be in the West Country, but
yeah.
No, have you got any Madonna or something?
Big fans of Madonna down there then.
They are, yeah, evidently. I always take my hardcore bootlegs. Lucky Virgin's always a particular favourite, but anyway.
Yeah.
And,
not many of them down there though, so.
Hey! Whoa! Keeping the family.
Give me 6. Yeah, sorry, you were saying.
Sidetracking. Yeah, apart from the odd duff gig, which, you know, inevitably happens to everyone, it's still very enjoyable.
And what about the label? Because you've got a huge batch of releases just coming up.
What about it?
Well, you know, would you like to tell us about those? Or?
Well, we're now with Icon Distribution. We've got a new distributor after last year's disaster with Amato going bankrupt, which I'm sure everyone knows about.
Yep.
But for those who don't worry about it, it's not that interesting. It just means we lost a lot of money.
Yeah, but you're still happy, you know, with the releases that are coming out?
Yeah, we've got
still
a stack
doing well.
of really good releases. Our schedule's pretty much set from now until February 09, and we're working on sort of March, April. We've even got some of your tracks. You managed to twist her arm, didn't you?
Yeah, that's it. Well, told you those photos are coming useful.
Yeah, we'll leave that alone. So we've got some of your releases. We've got some new stuff from Stormtrooper. There's all the usual favourites: Vagabond, myself, Ham, Eclipse. There's all sorts of different styles, you know, from the harder end, the gabba stuff, through to the cheesy vocals. So yeah, there's a good spread of hardcore coming your way.
Cool, and although it's a hardcore station, I shouldn't neglect to mention Stimulant as well, because I know you're starting that back up again very soon. There's a couple of new tracks, the Crazy Love remix, which Katsuki played on Radio 1 last week. That's right, that's forthcoming early next year on Tidy. So we've actually doing a few new tracks for Tidy, which will be out. I think either we've got a remix that we've just finished, which we're excited about, which is coming out on Tidy in January, and I believe Crazy Love is following up in February with another track as a CD single. And we're relaunching the Stimulant brand with a whole new bunch of tracks and remixes early next year. So yeah, we're back on the hard dance tip after a good 2-year gap. Obviously we've been so busy with hardcore, we just haven't had the time to do it, but we decided that it was time to get our hard dance trousers on and have another go at it. I'd like to see some hard dance trousers.
They're really nice, got a good crease down the middle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very nice.
If you come round, I've probably got a pair that might fit you actually.
Yeah?
In my more rotund era.
Ah, very nice, very nice. And do you find it very different, DJing?
Very different DJ.
That's what. How long? And let's just see. How long have we got? That's nearly 5 minutes
That's
without
great.
mentioning that I'm overweight. Yeah,
You're
that's
not
quite
overweight.
cool.
It's always Gaz has been down the gym quite often, haven't you?
Yeah, he hasn't been
Looking
very
quite-
happy about that,
looking
has
quite
he?
svelte today, actually.
Quite svelte.
Svelte, yeah. Look at those biceps. Jesus.
Yeah. Very nice.
It's quite a heavy mic. I'm surprised you picked it up.
Well, there you go.
It's not like you to have something with a bulbous end in your hand, is it?
Not that big. It's not anyway.
Oh dear.
So yeah, Stimulant. That's that covered. Next generation releases coming up. You've just mixed an album for us actually. Yourself and Ham. Just turned in an album mix for Hardcore Underground. Like to tell us a little bit about that, perhaps?
Yeah, all the stuff that we didn't want going on the major compilations where all the money is, we've obviously put onto this rather cheap and cheerful project, and that's pretty much where we're at. No. Yeah, we've just finished.
Yeah,
the mix
that's
for you.
getting edited out.
No. Yeah, we just finished the album mix for you guys, and it's come out really well. Actually, it's a good spread of a few bits from within our label, but there's a whole wealth of stuff from other labels, and perhaps a lot of artists that perhaps you don't normally see on like the mainstream comps because everyone's too busy stuffing the album with their own.
That's staying in.
No, it's not.
Okay. So I don't know if you've done interviews like this before. I suppose you have done guests on, like, we obviously had your own Galaxy show, but then I suppose you didn't interview yourself. So
No, that's true. Galaxy.
I
Was
don't know
fun.
whether people would know or not. I mean, I know they can probably find out on the internet if they're looking in the right places. But if you'd like to tell us a little bit about how you got started as a DJ, I mean, you know, how did you drift from being you were an art student, weren't you?
From working in Road Chef and Asda and buying records with pocket money into a full-time superstar? I don't know.
Did you ever at any point kind of decide, right, that's it, I actually really want to do this as a living now, or did it just sort of overtake what you already do and you thought, well, actually I can give this stuff up now and just make money from DJing?
Yeah, I mean, I was at college studying, and the DJing, it all began for me on a Wednesday night when a friend of mine was running a student night, and I didn't even have any turntables back in that day. I used to go around to his and have a little mix-up with the minimal selection that I'd managed to scrape together out of my pocket money, and yeah, I was 15 at the time, and very young, and a friend of mine called Simon Aston, who's still very much involved in the music industry in Southampton, was doing the student night. Invited me over to come and check it out, and then I ended up doing like a half an hour stint using his records, and really enjoyed it. And he asked me